Hello and welcome to another Zelda 1 Randomizer random percent tournament race. This is game one between DrJayPHD and Antlerz44. I'm John Tabit on commentary. Joining me is Zos19. How you doing, Exo?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm all right. Looking forward to this race. Two very strong runners. For those who haven't seen this before, random percent means most of the flags that you can use to set the randomizer, the parameters of the randomizer are set to 50-50. So we kind of have to figure out the rules of the game as we go along. And the runners have to do that, and we'll have to do that with them. The one thing we know is that it will be 8 Triforces to enter level 9, but they may start with a random number. So keep an eye on those subscreens when they get started to see what they started with.
All right. We looking forward to anything particular this evening between these two?
Well, they started with the wood sword and the wand.
Oh, wow. A mighty fine start.
So they got some offense right off the bat. Both of them heading to look at the coast right away, it looks like.
Yep, makes sense. Surprised Antlers didn't take a pop at one of those blue Octoroks to try and force a bomb.
The heart on the coast, and they are missing, and they're starting with 7 Triforce pieces. They are missing, I think that was, it's either 7 or 8, depending. Yep. It's either 7 or 8, depending on whether the dungeons 7 through 9 rolled second quest, first quest, or shapes. If it's I'm trying to remember. I may have it reversed in my head.
It's either first quest 7 or second quest 8.
Okay, yeah. So if it's first quest or shapes dungeons, they need level 7. Otherwise, if it's second quest, they need level 8.
That's right.
And they find level 1 right off the bat. Antlers peeking in there, not bothering to check it. Dr. J taking a look inside. One thing to look for, if it is 50-50 whether the items are even shuffled. So it could be you could find the bow in the basement of level 1. So even though they started with the level 1 Triforce piece, there is a percentage in gambling on jumping in here and looking around a bit. But yeah, Antler's choosing to explore further. We find a lake at the first quest level 2 / second quest level 3 screen, the way it is in second quest. That means we're dealing with either a second quest overworld or a mixed quest overworld. That will always be a lake in mixed quest. If it's straight second quest, a couple other screens will be the way they are in second quest as well.
Yeah, it looks like we've got second quest 1 through 6 here.
Oh yeah, that's definitely second quest 1 he's in now that he has the map. Antlers also saw the book for sale in a shop. That means we have a boomstick seed among several flags that can modify the book. That will give them explosions instead of fire when they fire the wand with the book. And since they started with the wand, if they can manage to scrounge together those 200 rupees, that'll be a nice thing to have.
Oh, definitely. Both of these runners will be earmarking that to be returned to later if they can.
Antlers finding level 2 here. Took an intentional bop from an Octorok outside, and so he knows his consecutive count going in. He only has 1 bomb, so he may be hoping to find a bombable enemy to kill for the 10th kill and force a bomb. Since he was able to up A and get his 3 hearts back, that intentional bop didn't cost him anything. Finds the compass in the first room. Of course, they started with the level 2 Triforce, so the compass isn't that valuable information, so he's leaving it behind.
Yep, and probably taking a gamble that the recorder may be.
Dr. J seems committed to full clearing this level 1. I mean, once you see that it's second quest level 1, all second quest level 1 has in it as a boomerang on the floor and a heart on the floor, and heart shuffle could be on, so it could be up to 2 items on the floor, but it's a little bit it's a little bit less bang for your buck than diving a first quest one. So
absolutely.
And he sees a dig dogger, which means one of the items might be recorder blocked.
Now, I didn't see why Antler's noped out of that level 2.
Yeah, I didn't see either. I don't know if he saw an item or anything. Antler's also finding level 4. I think Antler's is on a mission to find the one dungeon they need.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely blitzing through.
Yeah. He may have only been going into level 2 to maybe get a bomb force and maybe a key, which he didn't, I don't think, but he didn't spend much time there at all. Antler's finds a bomb shop. Allows him to load up there.
He's going to check vanilla level 2, gives a peek at whether or not this is a mixed quest.
Yeah, we saw it before. It is definitely either mixed or straight second. When we see either the first quest level 5 or first quest level 3 screen, we will know for sure. Those will look like first quest in a mixed quest overworld. They'll look like second quest in a second quest overworld. If Antler's, depending on how Antler's routes this, we may see that shortly. Dr. J picking up the letter. And that is definitely a mixed quest overworld. That means that any location that exists in first quest but not second quest or vice versa may or may not be there, so they have to check everything.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he makes a beeline over to that Ormos item that's the next step.
Yeah.
Being mixed quest will have an additional 3 spots to check if any roads are not shuffled.
Correct. Yeah.
So this is game 1 between these two, correct?
Yes.
And
So
Dr.
Antler's-
J had a buy.
I think that's right. The seating was random, and I know. I think that's. I can look at the bracket, but I don't have it right in front of me. Yeah,
Films
Dr. J had a
retest.
bye, and Antler's beat Imasak in his first match.
Okay.
So Antler's checks the coast, and he's retries to get the bombs back.
I like the play. Looks like he's going to head over towards Vanilla Start.
Mm-hmm.
Check those caves. There's a couple bomb spots over there. Both these guys still looking for a blue candle shop.
I think someone said in chat that Dr. J picked this candle up. I didn't catch it yet. But if the extra candles flag is on, then Antler's is going to get a blue candle right now because he won't need the wood sword. Oh, the extra candles flag is off. That means that the blue candle, you must buy a blue candle or find the red candle if you want to burn anything in the seed. Because if you don't see a candle in the wood sword cave, you're also not going to see it in the take
caves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. A lot of these runners do rely on grabbing a free candle.
Yeah, but I find that flag kind of interesting because buying a candle is part of the original game, and so since Dr. J's already seen a candle shop, we know it's not too inaccessible, at least in this seed. But sometimes it has an interesting dynamic when you can't burn everything right away.
Yep. And did you notice that Antlers found the any roads not in their vanilla locations?
Which means that those power bracelet slots are going to be things other than any roads. In addition to the extra power bracelet slots added with this potentially added this being a mixed quest overworld, because second quest has several more power bracelet slots. Now there's a good chance of the power bracelet turning out to be the Armos item, so we'll see how quickly they get over to check that.
Now Antlers, he's got enough money now to purchase that. He can get back to one of the shops that
Antler's finding level 8. I couldn't tell I couldn't tell enough about that level 8 to make a conclusion.
Yeah, I didn't see where.
Yeah, he's a better player than I am, so he may have. Oh, and 8 and 7 are right next to each other.
Pick your poison.
Yeah. And this
looks like second quest.
Yeah, it's I can't tell yet, but well, we got a grumble 7. It's either first quest or shapes, I think.
Right, it has to be that second quest 7 doesn't roll on the top row.
Yeah.
So knowing that now, we know that this is not the dungeon he's looking for, as far as Triforce pieces go. No, this is the dungeon he's looking for.
This is the dungeon they're looking for, yes. It's really confusing, because the Triforce slots for 1 and 2, 4 and 5, and 6 and 7 are switch places in first and second quest, and until you know what the dungeon quest is, we don't know. Ooh, and we see a bomb upgrade under one of these take endings with Dr. J. That means the replace white sword magical sword with bomb upgrades flag is on, which means there won't be any sword upgrade.
No.
So starting with that wand, pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if Antlerz gets a little bit of luck here, items have not been shuffled. You could find a red candle in here.
Well, Dr. J just got a power bracelet on the vanilla power bracelet armos, apparently, so unshuffled items is still a possibility.
Like Dr. J, having that candle is going to force his routing probably through the West Forest.
Yeah, and the fact that the dungeon he needs is not under a bush, he better hope, for his sake, you want to hope that level 9 is, because otherwise he's only going to lose time.
Yep. And I mean, you can't blame him. This would be the natural progression you would take.
Yeah, I mean, there are a zillion candle spots. It's the percentage play to go for a candle, but Antlerz just happens to.
And we've seen so many seas where Ganon's not required. I mean, it's tough not to try and make that early play, get the 9, see if you can dot done by just walking north, getting lucky.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any dungeon items yet. The only item I think we've seen them get is the blue candle from our shop, the power bracelet from the armos, and the items they started with, which don't really tell us anything.
And this should be the item for Antlerz.
It's the silver arrows! Interesting.
Oh, very, very interesting.
Now, it's 50-50 whether Ganon is required. If Ganon is required, he will need to find a bow at some point, but if you happen to find the Triforce before the item in 7, you could miss that, which means if you get to 9 and Ganon turns out to be required, you could be in for a long journey.
Oh, sure. And I mean, at this point, that bow, it could be in any one of these dungeons, including 9.
Yeah, because
silvers.
Yeah, if the silvers are shuffled, then that's then everything's shuffled. We have no idea where the bow is.
Yeah, this makes things very, very interesting.
Yeah.
If Ganon's required, we may be here. Well, and keys could also be an issue. Without digging a lot of these dungeons, you're not going to pick up those resources you're accustomed to.
Yeah, particularly with the smaller dungeons being second quest, and it looked like 2 wasn't super convenient, so there aren't a lot of keys. And like in first quest 1 and 2, you get a lot of keys that are going to usually cover you for the rest of the seed. Not the case with a second quest 1. So.
That's right. And we're gonna have we'll have a vanilla 9, so there's gonna be a lot of key doors in there.
So Dr. J finds level 5 under Bird Bush. Now, having not found a dungeon item, as far as he knows, there's still a decent chance that if this is second quest 5 and items are unshuffled, the bow might be in here. So he might be digging in here to see the item. Although that Patra may turn him away. We'll see what he does.
Exactly. Nothing deters you better than a Patra in a dungeon. Man, this could be it right here.
We got a ladder block Triforce in 7. So the Triforce they need is surrounded by a moat. So Antler's off to find the ladder.
Well, you got 3 items in level 8.
Dr. J finding the red candle in level 5.
Opts not to pick it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure what else he's doing in here. Ooh, Antler's found the recorder. Now, the recorder can do a lot of things with these flags. So, it could be... besides the fact that it's a mixed quest overworld, so all of the second quest recorder spots are there, and both the first quest level 7 and second quest level 3 lakes will have items. But beyond that, it could be recorder to old dungeons, meaning it goes to the first quest levels in the vanilla game. But it could be recorder to new dungeons, meaning it goes to the locations where the levels are in the seeds. It could be recorder to unbeaten dungeons, and which means you can go anywhere, which means you can only go to the Triforce pieces you don't have. Now, Antler's has already found the Triforce piece he doesn't have, so it's not, in this particular seed, it's not as valuable, but it could be, for exploration...
He's making a beeline to that. He's making a beeline to that Dig Dogger block he saw in 1.
Yeah. And Dr. J spent quite a bit of time in here without pulling an item, so this is a promising avenue of exploration. Nothing. Totally
feels
debated.
bad. Yeah. Well, Dr. J, he died to a couple of Gurries in here as well. I think that was the point where he left this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, there were multiple Dig Doggers here. Maybe this one has something for us.
I'm not familiar with 2Q all that much as far as the vanilla game is concerned. Now, how many bosses are typically in First Quest 1?
What did he just pick up? It was...
Scrap metal.
Yeah, okay. Magical Boomerang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Antler's is probably annoyed with that. I know he prefers not to have a boomerang in his inventory when he's scrolling through Select Swap. He always says it screws up his rhythm. Some people like it, but yeah. To answer your question, there's just an Aquamentus in First Quest, in Second Quest 1. So I think what you're getting at is, do we have the extra bosses flag on? And it might be.
Yep, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
So we have a possibility of that.
Yeah.
And they didn't roll down, that's for sure.
Yeah, those Dig Doggers were not going down to a bomb and a wand, or even a bomb and 2 wands. So.
Yeah, now that Antler's knows he needs this ladder, surprised he didn't stick around 8 just a little longer, but he's got 2 here.
Yeah, I mean...
He's got 4 right around the corner.
Yeah, I think he's gonna check the smaller dungeons first.
Yeah, I didn't catch him. Where was 5? Where did Dr. J discover?
Yeah, 5 was southeast of Vanilla 1.
Southeast, perfect. Okay.
One of the Candle Rope 30 secret spots, yeah.
I mean, outside of 3 and 9, they've now found all their dungeons.
Yeah, of course. Those are some pretty... One of those is a pretty important exception, needless to say. Because...
Of course.
But
But not having to head to the northwest yet.
Yeah, that is unusual. We haven't seen any of Death Mountain, and we've seen a lot of dungeons. So.
More dig dogger, please. Oh, this could be an item.
It's the ladder.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's extra bosses and remove most open staircases, because the item room in second quest 2 is a spiral, and he had to push a block, and he had to kill a dig dogger, which requires the recorder. So you got to get the recorder out of 8 to get the ladder out of
2, yeah.
out of 2 to get the Triforce out of 7. So Dr. J's got the first step. He's just finding that recorder. But
so with the flag of remove most open stairs, like this diamond staircase here in 8, it's remove most but not all?
Yeah, well,
percentage?
if there are certain conditions where I know if there's a shutter is the main one, but I don't know. I'm not sure I completely understand it, because if there's a shutter, there can't be a shutter and a push block that opens a staircase in the same room, or a closed staircase in the same room. So that's like a limitation on the flag. But I mean, maybe I'm just wrong and the room shuffled differently.
Well, I mean, it's possible, right?
Yeah.
It's random.
Yeah.
So
yeah, with all of these 50-50 flags, there are a lot of different things that can happen, and the experience of playing this is often figuring out, if you understand one flag, you might know where to look better on the next one.
Yep, Antler's now in the Triforce. Here. With that completion, he'll be heading off to level 9, wherever that is.
Dr. J in 7, he is going to discover that he needs to find the ladder. Unfortunately, he does have the recorder, which will lead him to the ladder when he gets to the right place. He's seen level 2, but he'll have to go back there and...
It's also very important to note that this is the level with our silver arrow.
Yes, that is something to watch for. If we do a required Ganon seed, it's going to matter quite a bit whether Dr. J happens upon that staircase with the silver arrows in it.
Yeah, I didn't quite know it. I mean, Antler's is typically pretty thorough in his dungeon, so it might have been the only way he could have gone that took him past the silver arrow stair.
Yeah, we'll see.
Pretty satisfying when you hit that boss enemy in the room. There we go. Now, wouldn't it be something as well? Antler's finds level 9. Finds level 3. Ganon's required.
And he can't find the bow.
And he can't find the bow. All along, the bow is wrath blocked as the white sword item. Oh, it can't, because we got bomb upgrades.
Well, it could be if the white sword bomb upgrade shuffled with the shuffled into the item pool. We saw a bomb upgrade. We know that it couldn't be picked up at 4 hearts, but that doesn't tell us whether that was the bomb upgrade that replaces the magical sword or the white sword. The magical sword one would definitely be in a cave. They both may or may not be.
Right.
If we see a bomb upgrade in a basement, that's definitely
That's definitely the white sword, right? Yeah, here's hoping the game controls them just a little.
That's a good point. Important items in 9 is also a 50-50, so for all we know, the bow could be buried in 9.
Yep. So Antlerz still has all of Candle Row to do.
That 6th heart will guarantee him his white sword item if he finds it.
Dr. J taking the transport. We know these silvers are their side of it. For some reason, I love this grave spot, number 33 on the tracker. Always seems to hide something good.
Dr. J about to get the news about that ladder block Triforce, and he did not find that silver arrow basement. So.
No, and seeing this, I'd almost certainly be tempted to up A out of there.
Yeah, he's still clearing rooms, so maybe he's smarter than we are. But
yeah, that might be one of the
luckier.
reasons I'm in the losers bracket.
And that is in fact the magical sword bomb upgrade because Antlerz couldn't get it on 6 hearts.
So white sword is still at large.
Which means the white sword item could be something other than that.
Oh, this is very exciting. Hopefully our runners are having as much fun as we do.
Dr. J may be thinking if the ladder's in 7, he'd feel pretty stupid leaving, so maybe, maybe that's why he's continuing to dig since he's already done a good section of it. And this is going to be, this corridor staircase, I think it's going to be where the silvers are. He's not going in there? Come on, man.
Oh.
You're killing me.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Antlerz finds level 9. I know he was exploring Death Mountain. I didn't see exactly where it was, but
it was either number 12 or 13.
Yeah.
It's about where it is. So we'll see. If anybody in chat happens to hear a roar, give us a shout.
Yeah, we just heard the roar.
Oh,
And,
all right
yeah.
then. No key.
You can hear the roar from. I think the Ganon is south of this double river room, if I saw correctly where the roars were.
This is going to be a very linear path. He's not going to have to. He's either going to have to start taking stairs.
Now, I was looking over at Antler's screen. Did Dr. J go back in and get those silvers?
He did get the silvers out of 7. And did Gels just drop bombs? Did that just happen? Did I see anything?
Yeah, it looks like we got shuffle enemy drop groups on, meaning the enemies are shuffled to different sections of the drop table, and things that don't normally drop bombs will drop bombs.
Yep. And I know there's bomb droppers in every dungeon, at least one guaranteed. But gels are typically not the ones you're looking for. Not really prevalent as far as enemy groups themselves. Single shutter door.
Yeah, let's see if a spiral of Wizrobes might be a.
That's right. He's running the gauntlet. Gets through it alright.
He does have a strat for a room that's kind of similar to that, but not exactly the same, because he does have the world record in second quest low percent, which requires clearing a spiral full of Wizrobes with just bombs and wood sword, but it's a little bit different than that, so doing exactly the same thing might not work.
When Dr. J is taking a slightly different approach, he's continuing exploration.
I mean, he hasn't seen 9, so he has to keep
Yep.
looking. We got the
Yeah,
raft.
you're not losing.
We got the raft in 9, so important items in 9 is on. We don't know whether that raft is actually important, but
My dream is still alive.
yeah,
That bow being on a raft.
the dream of the bow being the white sword item on a raft block is alive. So
Who rolled this seed anyway? Is this a Fury special?
yeah, Fury did it.
Of course. And we did discover level 3 now on Dr. J's side.
Yeah, and that is the only dungeon we hadn't yet seen.
Out of keys. That's unfortunate. So level 3 is 1 west of level 9.
Yeah.
So, Dr. J, you were missing a piece of the puzzle.
One who does not have a ladder cannot get to the Triforce to come in.
Wouldn't that be great? If the old man gave you the keys to the seed. So at this point, Antlerz is still looking for Zelda. We're still looking for that second item. Now, if you find another item, and it happens to be the banana, a heart container, something of that nature, do you immediately up A?
I think he wants to. I think he. Well, I guess it depends how many rooms you've seen, because there's still the possibility that Ganon's not required, and you can walk into Zelda's room. You want to do that, so.
J's over.
Fury making a good point. One thing you could do is you could go to Ganon's room, since we heard the roar right away. We know where it is, and see if Ganon's standing on a skull, which would tell you because Ganon and Zelda in their vanilla rooms is a discrete flag, and that would tell you that if you see Ganon in Ganon's room, then Zelda's in Zelda's room. You probably want to you probably want to find a room you can enter from the south.
Absolutely. Yeah, the only downside to that at this point is I believe that door is locked by a key.
Ah.
So,
Antlerz on 1 key.
Yeah, he had 0 at the time, and I think I saw him up to 2 at the most right now in level 9, so he's probably still being a little selective as to where.
Dr. J found some red bubbles. They're slowing him down. In the randomizer, there have been some curses added because of swordless flags. Even though this isn't a swordless seed, it's random %. So some of the flags designed for swordless flag sets are in the mix, and one of them is the red bubble curses can be slow link or reverse control as opposed to just taking away your sword. And that's why you see Dr. J moving slowly.
Yeah, there's a great debate as to what is the worst red bubble curse.
Yes.
I think everybody kind of has their least favorite. For me, it's the inverted controls. I just don't like them. The slowing is more of an annoyance for me than anything else. Unfortunate death. Dr. J can pull something magical out of this level 4 up the any key.
Yeah.
And that might give him a little bit of a way back into this seed.
Yeah. It's a second quest level 4, which means it's It has 2 basement items in it. It's also gigantic, so there's risk and reward to being here.
Absolutely. I mean, he did find a floor heart. I think that's the only floor heart we've seen so far. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but we haven't seen any hearts in basements, so good chance Dungeon Heart Shovel's off, although we can't say for sure.
Oh, poor Antlerz takes another death. Back to start he goes.
This is not a kind level 9.
Oh no. Anytime the Wizrobes are in level 9.
Well, it's not just their Wizrobes, they're not rolled down. He's underpowered. The only thing he has that can hurt the Wizrobes are a wood sword and bombs. He's on green tunic. Even if he fills his hearts, he only has 6. It's
Wow. This Triforce room has got to be about one of the worst rooms to have Wizrobes in.
And he's determined to get through it to check below, and it is.
Oh yeah. I was calling a game last night. One of our poor runners had to dip a dungeon 6 times in route of a Triforce just to bypass that same exact room with Wizrobe.
I mean, the strat with Wizrobes to get on the half tile. That room doesn't let you get on a half tile. It forces you onto the full tiles.
Yep. The only safe spot is in the middle, where you can't get to either unless you're coming from the south. And then you're trapped. So it's interesting as well. I know there are red bubbles in here. Antlerz does have a potion. He's opting not to.
Yeah, he's hanging on to that potion in case probably a red bubble curse or a Ganon fight. It's
yeah. No, and
Dr. J finds the magical key in level 4, so that'll see if he can catch up enough for that to make a difference. It'll certainly keys are constraining Antler's play right now.
Yep.
He's taking death after death because he doesn't really have, unless he wants to burn a key, he doesn't really have much choice but to keep trying to go this way. So.
And Dr. J, he's got one more item in here before he bounces, and the next logical spot to go is back to level 2, as it's right next door to level 4.
Yeah.
So that could get him right back into this race. And Antlerz takes another death.
Yeah, we do not know if Ganon is required. We do not know where the bow is, so if Ganon is required, there's more to do here.
That's right.
And
could you imagine if Zelda's just right over to the right? You walk up, use that key, go up one more room, and she's right there the whole time, just right there.
Yeah, I mean that any key could get you a 5-room 9 if things roll a certain way.
Yep. Alright, into the Triforce room. Taking refuge in the door, realizes the likes are going to be in his way.
Professor I, this is Randomizer. It's a random % flag, which means a lot of things are 50-50, and some of the items they start with are randomized. In this case, they only needed to find one Triforce piece, so they didn't run into a lot of hearts on the way to collecting that. There's a bit of a trolley item progression going on. So, but yeah, he's definitely underpowered for this 9.
Yep. Yeah, he got through that staircase only to pop him out in another room full of Wizrobes.
Well, the Vire keys are dropping hearts, and they will continue to drop hearts every time they drop while he's in this room because they don't advance the global counter. They just randomly rolled into a dropping group, which they aren't normally, but they will keep dropping the same thing. So that's a nice little
it's a great find
there.
Yep. It's almost like having your own personal fairy fountain.
The 5 rupee was forced because he killed 10 in a row, but every random drop from them until he kills something else that actually does advance the counter will keep being hearts.
Oh, he's spending a key.
Dr. J opted to pick up the magical shield. That magical shield's in the basement because we already know this is boomstick seed. We've seen the book in the shop, but that's an interesting play because certainly that Triforce room is one of the places where the magical shield would help.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of runners say it gives them more trouble when they're doing screen scrolls, but
yeah,
to be able to deflect Wizro beams.
Well, it changes the visual cue for the screen scroll, and if you're used to fighting Wizros with like half tile combat, it doesn't. The technique for blocking Wizros on full tiles with the magical shield is completely different and not something experienced runners are used to. But in this case, given the nature of this seed, it might prove it might save him from some deaths. So we'll see.
Yeah, Dr. J up an aid to get his speed back. It looks like he's gonna make his way back up to level 2. Maybe not. He took a save there. Not quite sure where he's going.
Antlerz is really. Oh, he saw. There was a bomb pack on the floor that he didn't even leave, but I now notice he got the compass, so he.
Oh yeah.
He has a direction. He's on a mission now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he is blocked. Key blocked, chute blocked, staircase blocked. Everything's cutting him off from getting over to that right side. Dr. J, what are you looking for? I want to say perhaps he hasn't seen level 6, but I'm pretty sure he's seen every other level. Nope. Go that way.
Yeah, he's been in 2. He just hasn't gone very far there, so he's gonna do 1 first.
Trying every which way he can to get left at this point. Yeah, there were Dig Dogger blocks in here. 2 of them. We know one will give him a heart, and the other one is the scrap metal. Actually, the one on the left here gives him nothing.
Yeah, the one on the left is the total troll.
Yep.
Oh god. There's that moment when you see the Wizard spawning on either side of you and you're like, there's no way to survive.
Yeah, this is
a couple valiant stabs trying to get out of that, but
yep.
Even if he somehow killed the one on the right, the one on the left was gonna get him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we saw Antlerz die prior to going to level 9 at all.
I don't think so.
But he's certainly he's taken his fair bops in here.
And Antlerz is an extremely skilled elite level runner. He's very. I don't have to see his stream to know the expression on his face right now. He's very hard on himself when he's taking deaths, and he expects himself to get through this crazy combat.
That's right. There's been so many deaths. The expressions might lead him to drinking while on stream again. Not too many more rooms in level 1 here for Dr. J to clear out. Antlerz wisely deciding to clear this patch, or this could be a push block. Nope, he's just going to bypass it.
Dr. J grabbing that level 1 Triforce just for the refill. He already had that Triforce in his inventory.
Yep, he's going back in for more pain.
Oop.
He's only 16 rupees off that book price.
Yeah, that's a good point. Having the boomstick with these whiz ropes would make things a whole lot simpler, because all of a sudden you'd be able to do some real damage to them.
Brings out the first Dig Dogger as a troll.
Dr. J picks up the magical boomerang. Looked like he picked it up willingly. He didn't.
Yeah, I mean, you could have avoided it, but it makes Fury happy, so. Nine more rupees. And the boomstick is only one screen away from where he's at right now. Finally going back to level 2, we know this is where the recorder lies. I'm sorry. The ladder, rather.
Yes.
But this recorder
under a Dig Dogger, so he needed to have the recorder before he could get it out of here.
Yep. Yeah, this will open the seed wide open for him. He should be making a beeline right back to that level 7 as soon as he discovers this. Oh man. Poor Antler's taking another death. I mean, this is going to be the... We could have a 15-20 minute debate on level 9 for Antler's.
Yeah.
Once this match is over. Hey, Dig Dogger. This ladder was definitely on the east side of this dungeon.
I keep in mind it's
right
still
here,
50-50 that Ganon's not required, so if Antler's finds the way into this Zelda room, he wins the race.
That's
done.
right.
So
He needs keys.
yeah.
He found a way closer. We'll try and bomb south here.
Yeah.
Deny. So in all likelihood, she is in her room.
Yeah, I mean that's another 50-50 fag, so it's a good bet that you want to get to the south, and path to the south is not.
It's not accessible, yeah. So Dr. J not up in A right away. He got his ladder out of 2. Is he just walking it out because of the health?
Maybe.
Yeah. So at this point, I guess we'll get to see him toot that recorder and see if it takes him directly back to 7. Or he's going to go to the coast and get some more health. Don't blame him.
He might be farming a couple more rupees.
Yeah, that's a good point. Don't blame him for that either. He's only one away from the boomstick. And there it is. So in all likelihood, we will see him pick up this coast heart. There was a shop, essentially right on the start screen, so probably up in A. Or he's just gonna huff it.
Or just loop down.
And Antler's finally leaving level 9. see where he's going to go. Whistle takes him to Beaten Dungeons.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yep. He's going to hit up level 8.
Yeah, that's an interesting play.
Yeah, I mean, again, he hasn't found... He found the recorder in here. You know, we know the dungeon items are shuffled, so there's no chance that the any key... Well, there's a small chance that the any key's in here, but it's definitely not going to be guaranteed vanilla.
So Dr. J has the boomstick now. He can, and that will do damage to Izros, and he has quite a bit more health than Antlerz did. So he could very well have a much easier time in level 9.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to ask him what he's doing at this point. I mean, he just got the ladder. He knows it's ladder blocked. He's seen level 9. You know, perhaps he's looking for the white sword item.
I don't know. He's looking in dungeons, so maybe.
Well, that's what I was talking
maybe
about.
Maybe a few extra
Dr. J.
heart containers. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I was talking about Dr. J. Exploring the overworld here.
Oh, he hasn't found level 9 yet.
Oh, no, he did. He did.
Oh, he did.
Because he saw level 3, and it was one east.
Oh, that's right. So that is a good question.
Level 3. Yeah, so I mean, I totally get what Antlerz is doing. He is out of resources. He did get 1 key. Does he take that key immediately back to 9? And I don't blame him. He has a door that's so very, very close, you know, to Zelda's location. So might as well go back in and pop it, hoping that there's not another key door.
Yeah,
right
I don't know why
door.
Dr. J isn't booking it directly to. Did he get the? Did he go back to 7 and get that Triforce? I don't think he did yet.
No, he hasn't. That's what I'm saying. He's exploring
checking everything along the way there for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he just hasn't.
Yep. So like I said, I think the only level... I'm not certain, but I think he may have just not seen level 6. I don't know why that would matter to him at this point.
Yeah, I don't know.
But certainly he's seen 7. He saw the Triforce that was ladder blocked. If you've seen 7, you got to believe he's seen level 8.
Yeah, you wonder if it's some kind of tracking error, if you like lost level 7, which certainly happened to me.
Oh, yeah. I think it's happened to all of us at one point.
No.
So Antlerz gets to use his key. And now he's out of bombs. Tell you, if something could go wrong in this level 9 for Antlerz, it has gone wrong. Yeah, just when Dr. J had an opportunity to creep back into this, and he's not out of it, but he is wasting some time here at this point. I don't know that he knows that. We know that, but...
Now, Dr. J, I mean, he's seen the entrance to level 9, but he didn't go in. He doesn't know how nasty it is. He may be thinking, this is Antlerz. He's great at this game. If he isn't done yet, Ganon must be required. So maybe he's looking around for the bow.
Yeah. Yep, it could be. And again, I'm still hoping that bow is ladder blocked. I mean, raft blocked.
Yeah.
Which Antlerz has the raft, but you know he's not going to check it unless it's like a last resort. And he's got some bombs, and he's heading back into 9. I wish I would have.
Was that from Antlerz' stream that notification? I don't know.
Oh, it must have been. Yeah. Was it a Night at the Roxbury type?
It was. It was like a Always Sunny in Philadelphia musical. Game.
Okay. Yeah. So I wish I would have had a timestamp of when Antlerz first entered level 9. It feels like he's been in here for the better part of a half an hour.
Can he bomb left here?
He can.
Yes, he can. Can he?
Is it locked?
It is closed. Was it open when he kills these land molas?
We'll see. And I don't think he saw the second item in here, so if it does not open...
It does not. The bow is required.
Oh, man. It just got that much spicier. Oh, it's crazy. So Dr. J still searching out on the overworld. I really hope Antlerz checks those RAF spots. He's got all of Death Mountain left to do. He stopped when
the
he found
recorder is telling him where level 3 is, so he's going to check that first because he hasn't seen it at all.
Right. And he's going to get the unfortunate news that to progress any further in here, he's going to need more keys.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just too much fun.
You got the magical shield, Dr. J. Just stare those Lionels down.
That's right.
It's hard. It's so easy to forget about. That's another reason it's just not that valuable. If you're not used to using it, you don't use it.
Antlerz hoping this is the transport here in 3 to take him to the small segment to the west.
Yeah, and this is the same as the Wallmaster transport room in the vanilla level 3.
There goes the hopes that the bow is the white sword item. Dr. J finds the white sword bombs up here on Death Mountain.
Alright.
So at this point, we actually don't know. Bow could be a 9 still.
That's right. The bow could be the other item in 9. It could be anywhere that does not have that we don't see on our tracker. It could be well, we don't think Heart Shuffle's on, so it's probably not in 1. Although did we see the heart in 1? I'm not positive. Yes,
I only believe both items.
Yes, both have the silver arrows.
Right, both had silver arrows. They were in level 7. I thought we only saw the scrap metal in level 1, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah, we saw the scrap metal level. We saw the magical boomerang in level 1. I don't remember if we saw the. No, I don't think. Which means there could be, if Heart Shuffle's in play, which I don't think we've 100% ruled out. There could be another item in 1. And I don't think we've seen much of level 6, so that's another possibility.
No, we haven't seen any of level 6. Antlerz discovered it and then oped out.
So Antler's going to 4 now. This will get him his magical key, which, from what he's seen of 9, he'll be happy about. All it will do is equalize his resources with Dr. J. Did Dr. J see the second item in 4? Yes, it was the magical shield.
Magic shield.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so right now we have a unknown item in level 3, unknown item in level 6, 1 item in level 8, 1 item in level 9. Yeah, just to give a item recap, we found the magical boomerang in level 1, the ladder in level 2, the magic key in level 4 along with big shield, red candle in level 5,
right,
silver arrows.
We're about to get some new information because Dr. J. Oh, he just found another the other side of the transport.
Yeah.
So there will be a floor item somewhere in this 3.
That's right. It's going to be south.
Yeah.
Where he was key blocked earlier.
Right, and he has the magical key now, so he'll be able to get to it. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that's quite all right.
We have it on
just
the
at the. Yeah. Yep. This could be it right here. Oh, got to clip around that if you want to progress.
Oh yeah, and he's just gonna grab it and come back.
Yep. Sometimes it's easier than trying to struggle with a reverse clip.
Particularly because as far as I know, Dr. J is not a vanilla speedrunner, so so some of those lesser used pieces of tech he might not be as good at. So.
Yeah, the first time I ever had a reverse clip, I was forced to in a turnstile in a co-op scene, and it was like a do or die scenario.
Balletta, to answer your question, to clip downward into like he was trying to do, and like he would have had to do to get around that Triforce, you face down, do a tap left or right, and Link will turn up. So. Oh, and it's the wand on 3, which they started with, so that's not very useful.
So that leaves us with level 6, level 8, or level 9.
Dr. J is the color of your hearts is something you can customize in the randomizer. I think he's using just a light gray, that is kind of hard on the audience, but.
Oh, absolutely. It's my least favorite mod in the randomizer. Because right now, we know he's got 3 hearts because he up and A'd, but I'm staring at the screen and it's hard to tell.
Oh, wait. Did we see a bow?
I don't think so.
Some people in chat are saying we saw a bow.
Oh.
Be more specific, chat.
If I was going to say, if we did, then...
if we did, then Heart Shuffle's on. Because we already saw one floor item. Oh wow! Oh wow!
He's going into level 6 now. So I don't know what he's looking for, if not the bow.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, because you could easily see Antlers at this point, having not seen any hearts in basements or anything like that. That would tell you to look for Heart Shuffle, and not seeing any items on floors and dungeons where they shouldn't be and so forth. He could easily see that wand on the floor and immediately leave. But
oh yeah.
But if Dr. J found the bow, what is he doing in level 6?
I don't know. I can't explain any of what Dr. J's done in the past 20 minutes after getting the ladder out of 2. It defies what I believe would be the natural progression of logic. But he has not lost, so you can't say he's doing the wrong thing.
Oh, Balletta's speculating in chat that he may have misread the Triforce layout. That's possible too.
I mean, it's possible, but
he got the. I don't know.
I don't know if you're familiar. I mean, even if you're not familiar,
maybe he got maybe he didn't see that he picked up the bow the way chat. I mean, we in the comms booth didn't see it. Maybe.
Oh no, I mean, I'll take chat's word for it.
But it's quite possible to pick something up and miss that you picked it up.
Yeah.
So Antler's pulling that any key out of 4. I think he saw the magical shield in the basement too and just took a pass on it. So he's done there.
Yep. It's got to be happy to see that.
Yeah. So that's going to simplify things when he gets back to 9.
There's a second staircase.
Yeah, I'm thinking if we're saying that the chat is wrong about the bow being in 3.
Yeah, I think we would have seen him even shoot some things if he had that. So I can understand why he's digging these other dungeons if he feels he needs the bow.
Yeah, I mean,
he hasn't seen Red Ring yet either.
Gaming at this point by if bow wasn't required, Antlers would be done by now, which is in fact true.
That's right. Yeah. Although for a good while there, I mean, there was a good 20 or so minutes that.
Yeah, you could make that conclusion just underestimating how many times Antlers was was dying at 9. But at this point, it is true that Antlerz has seen the door to Zelda.
Yeah. So Antlerz is in level 5. He will come across a red candle eventually. And the only dungeon he has left to check after this is level 6. So if it's not here in 6, he's either going to go back to 8 or back to 9. This boomstick's really paying off now for Dr. J. He's having an easy time clearing these wizard rooms.
Now that's an irritating death for Antlerz because he's a slow bubble cursed.
Yep.
And by the way, the sub-pixel glitch depends on how many pixels Link moves per frame. So if you're slow bubble cursed, you can't clip into the diamonds anymore. You have to clear these rooms to push those blocks.
Yep. There's never a blue bubble around when you need it.
Antlerz finds the red candle and nopes out.
And he should be doing a save from here, and he does.
Yeah.
Dr. J has...
Rating Elementalist, yes. Potion will remove the red bubble curse. In all flag sets that have red bubbles in play, as far as I know.
It wouldn't be nice if fairies inside of dungeons removed red bubble curses.
Yeah, I mean that's so random though. It would be kind of.
Well, I mean, you can force fairies.
That's true, but
I can't force fairies. But it can be done. I've seen it done.
Maybe if you because all the things other than the blue bubble itself that cure a red bubble curse are things that fully refill your hearts. Maybe if you force 4 fairies to get a full refill, you should get a red bubble curse cure along with it.
Yeah.
Antlerz seeing that wand in 3 and moving along. And he's heading back.
He's going back to 1.
That's right. We still have. So now that's an interesting play because he saw the magical boomerang here. I don't think he saw what we're assuming is going to be a heart container. But if you thought heart shuffle might be on, you would think you would.
I think he just realized.
He's double checking his inventory and realizing he got something.
Yep.
I was going to say if you thought heart shuffle was on, you'd think you'd keep checking 3 before going. So.
Yeah, and then the item here in 6 is in the last room that Dr. J checks, all the way in the west. And it's the banana. Oh, fantastic. The hunt continues. So, now that Dr. J has seen that, he has seen every item except for the second one in 8 and either item in 9. If he goes to 8 now, before he goes to level 7 to pick up that Triforce.
Yeah. And the only things we're missing the red ring and the bow. So there's a 50-50 chance that that the bow is in 9 behind a key block, and that would put the red ring in. What's the other item we haven't seen?
That's a good question.
The other item in 8 that we have, the one besides the recorder, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just an 8 or 9. That's the only possibility for red ring. And so Antlerz, he took the direct path, finds that banana immediately, and he'll be heading back to level 8 or level 9. Meanwhile, Dr. J is finally back into 7. See if he can remember the path to get to the Triforce. Antlerz knows now it's a 50-50 chance, I believe, that the item is here. I mean, he may have seen both items in 8. I don't recall.
Oh my! There's a staircase right behind a key. door,
Yep.
and it's the red ring.
It's the room I wanted him to check from the start.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
So that tells him that he could have died a lot less if he had spent his key in a different place. But it also tells him that he needs to go back to level 8 to dig out that bow.
Now, interestingly enough, as soon as Dr. J is done here, he's cleared every other dungeon, looking for, we can only speculate, the bow. He picks up the Triforce here. Exactly. Right. I would think it would defy logic for me if he just goes to 9 at this point, after checking every other dungeon.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
And in terms of overworld routing, he's right there, so...
Exactly, it's 1 south. Oh, he's
whistling away.
Oh no! Well, at least this being first quest level 8, it's not as many rooms to check, and not as tedious to check as a second quest, so Antlers won't be spending a ton of time here.
By the way, it looks like that book's also Atlas, because Dr. J has the level 9 map as soon as you walk, so...
Yeah, definitely money well spent. So if he goes right here, he'll get his red ring.
Look at him tearing through these wizards that have been making Antler's life hell for so much of this seed.
Poor Dr. J. I don't recall where the raft was. How deep into level 9. But at least with this any key, I mean, there's no hesitation in the pathing. He's gonna have any, boomstick in hand. He can check any wall, open any door. So it should make for some quick work at this level.
And Antler's has the bow. He has all the pieces. He's heard the roar. He's seen Zelda's door. It's only a matter of time, unless something very strange happens. I think Antler's has this race.
Oh, absolutely. It's his race to lose at this point. Red ring, any key, and like you said, knowledge of both where the pig and the girl is. It's gonna make him work for him, but he's got a stun lock right off the get-go.
Yeah, he is like a surgeon with that wood sword.
Yep. That's it. Just a short walk now, and they'll be finished the race. Alright.
Get your GGs in chat for Antlers, finishing in first place with an official outside time of 1:12:54.
Yep. Let's see what Dr. J does from here.
Yeah, I mean, from his perspective, Bo might be a 9, so...
Oh, absolutely.
He might keep looking and see if he can finish this up pretty quick.
Yeah, this was for as much of a lead as Antlers had, well, a lead getting into 9 first, this was a very close race when it came down to it. Let's see if we can get Antlers to join us in chat. And there's our winner, GG Antlers.
Hey, thanks, guys.
So, did you have fun in 9?
No. No, I didn't. Honestly, it wasn't near as bad as I was making it. Like, I was taking some really bad deaths in there, and like the first few deaths just tilted me, and then I was playing on tilt after that, and I just, like, you know how it kind of compounds on itself. So
Oh, sure.
So
that was
so we got some people in chat wanting you to hit start so they can see the death count. It's up to you whether.
it was 12, I'm pretty sure. Oh, 14. I took 2 after I last updated, so.
Yeah, the majority of those were in 9 on your first jaunt. I mean, you did only have 6 hearts at the time.
Honestly,
Green tunic.
the biggest thing was the keys. Like, if I would have had a few more keys, I would have gone right, and then all my problems were over at that point.
Yeah, we saw that red ring. That's exactly what we said. It's like, wow, if he had a key to go that way, he would have died a lot.
There were some 4-letter words uttered when I found that.
Yeah, there was. I mean, you ran out of keys in 9. Bombs.
It was kind of a double-edged sword. Like both hitting me. It's like, A, I could have had that red ring a long time ago. B, it's not the bow.
No, it's not. It's not right. Yeah, you had already seen the raft, and Dr. J, he's in 9 right now. While you were in 9 for what seemed like 20 to 30 minutes, in the first run there, he was off. He still didn't have his ladder. He finally got his ladder in 2, and then he went off and continued exploring the rest of the overworld. I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure out why. We've got to ask him when he gets in the chat.
Yeah,
our best guess was he had sussed out that Ganon must be required, and he needed the bow. But he didn't check the last spot on 8. I mean, to be fair, he does have 2 unchecked spots in 9 and 1 in 8, so that may be time to go 9 for him. But
right.
I mean, I full cleared. Like, I found every single item in the seed, so that's like, I get it.
If he just metagamed that you must have had to do that, it's not a crazy play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, he eventually went back and did all those dungeons and had a lead over you, I would say, in those dungeon explorations outside of going back to 8.
I don't doubt it. Yeah, I mean, if he goes to 8 before I do, he wins, I'm sure.
Well, maybe. I mean, you still had everything. You knew everything in 9. You knew where the girl was. You knew where the pig was.
Oh, so he doesn't know where Zelda is at this point?
No,
he has the compass now, so sort of.
Right.
Well, yeah,
I don't think it's been to the door. Yeah.
It's still a trolley path, even if you have the compass, as you might have seen.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, his first steps into 9 were when he did not have the Triforce out of 7, and the old man told him to get lost.
Yeah. This is not an easy seed. Like, you start out with 7 Triforces, and then you find the silvers on your way to the only Triforce you need, and you're like, wow, this is going to be an easy seed. Yeah, not so much.
When I saw those silvers, first of all, I was worried about that Dr. J might get the Triforce without seeing them, but also, since that means that silvers are not forced to 9, that means the items are shuffled. It means the boat could be anywhere.
Right.
It could be,
Yeah, honestly, it would have been better for me had the ladder and the bow locations been reversed.
Question in chat: the wand is exploding because of a flag called the boomstick, which replaces the book and wand fire with the bomb explosion instead of a flame. And Dr. J did buy that, so he's tearing through these wizards a lot easier than you did, Antlers. So.
Yeah, don't remind me. That was another thing. I ran out of bombs in level 9. I had to go farm them from the levers next to start.
Yep.
And of course, you knew from seeing in the shop that this was a boomstick seed. Was it ever on your mind that you might get enough rupees for that?
Not after I knew that I had to buy the candle. As soon as I knew I had to buy the candle and that I knew that it was second quest money,
Oh, okay.
I was like, yeah, I'm not getting that this seed. I might as well just buy bombs when I need. So
Yeah, Dr. J had picked up that any key while you were still traversing 9 as well. I mean,
Yeah.
it gave him every time he was picking up something, he was getting a little bit closer to
that would have made my
potentially
dig,
taking an edge.
dude. That would have made my dig so much faster in 9 if I just found that any key. And I think that wasn't that in 2.
The any
That
key
was-
was in level 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, never mind.
Dr. J
I was-
now has his path to Ganon. I mean, to Zelda.
Yeah, he's about to get the news that he needs the bow.
Oh, nice.
He just killed those land molas and the shutter did not open.
Honestly, I was really lucky. I was really lucky that I right wayed several of those items in the dungeons.
Oh, level 6
Like-
for sure. That was a
Level
very quick
6,
dig.
level 7, level 8. Like, I didn't do any of the top half of 8. Yeah, level 4, I didn't do any of, like, the right half of it. Level 3 trolled me a little bit. But,
Well, just the key.
yeah, level 1, I kind of got... I trolled myself in level 1. I went back after I had already gotten the magical boomerang, and I forgot to mark it down. I realized once I got there, I was like, why am I not going left? Oh yeah, that's the room that had the magical boomerang up there.
Yep. I mean, outside of that, I mean, you guys full cleared the overworld between the two of you. We saw...
Yeah.
Actually, the only thing we didn't see either of the raft spots.
Yeah, at that point I had found all the dungeons. I
Yeah.
picked the raft up just in case, like, I'm always
Just in case
conscious.
Exo's dream that the white sword item was the bow at the raft.
Well, I'd already found the white sword item too. I'd already found the white sword item. It's just in case I like messed up in my like tracking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense.
I'm here, it's 5 seconds, I might as well. And it was in 9, so I'm like, but at that point I knew that the raft wasn't required.
Yep. I don't think Dr. J has seen either of the items still in 9. He's still looking.
Now this is
So for all he
this
knows,
is
it's
the
always
magical
there.
shield kind of hurts him. He's having trouble getting this ladder clip. The visual cue is different when you have a different shield.
Yeah, that's why I don't pick up the magic shield. Never pick up the magic shield. I hate it. Screen scrolls and block clips, mainly screen scrolls, it just completely screws me up on.
Yeah.
He got it though. Just
Nice.
took a few tries.
Do you recall
I mean-
where the raft was in level 9?
It was in the Patra room, the dark Patra room, diamond staircase.
Okay.
Yeah, I can remember that, but I can't remember that I picked up the magical boomerang in 1. Go
Was that a
figure.
Y boomerang, by the way?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't get too excited, Fury. I did not mean to pick that up.
Yeah, we immediately assumed in the booth that.
Yeah, there was some eye rolling that was going on.
So, have either of you discussed what a loser remorse flag may be? for
We
the second
haven't.
round?
I know what
Here's the
mine's gonna
raft.
be. Mine is gonna be turn off 0 HP enemies.
Is that for against Dr. J or against anyone?
We'll see.
Yeah.
For now, like I take it opponent by opponent.
So,
But yeah, that makes sense because your combat is so strong. You don't want that advantage.
yeah, so
Maybe-
let me ask you this. If you turn it off, though, I believe the flag is... Would you turn it to normal?
I don't
Because
think I
it's a-
can. I don't think I can turn it to normal. Can I?
Well, so in that... I
But-
mean, my
Yeah,
remorse flag
yeah, I
was to make them 0 when I played
So,
my second match.
So Dr. J has now seen the raft. He didn't pick it. He didn't bother to pick it up. But so he has. So from his perspective, he has one item in 9 and one item in 8. When he does, he's not near the red ring because it's near start. But when he does find that, we'll see if he decides he wants to finish the seed or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you're
I'm sorry,
if you're
go
asking whether I can turn the enemy HP to normal, I don't think I can, but I wouldn't want to anyway. I would just want to make the possibility of 0 HP enemies not a thing. Like that's what my loser's remorse would be.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't believe that that's a flag. I think the enemy HP is a drop down, and right now it's set to random in the base flag set.
Well, there's
there is a flag, yeah, for 0 HP enemies.
Okay.
Yeah, let's. I mean, we can check that. I think we have some time while Dr. J's.
Yeah, I'm going through right now. I'm just trying to find it. I know there's a 0 HP Ganon flag specifically.
Yeah.
But under the monsters tab.
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find
Really?
the.
Oh, Garion said there's not. Garion in chat saying there's not.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I thought there was 0 HP enemies.
It's a 0 HP
KO?
Ganon.
Okay.
No.
I must have. I must be mistaken. Okay, well I'll have to reassess.
Well, you
that.
didn't lose anyway, so it doesn't.
All right.
It
Well,
doesn't actually
I mean,
matter.
I could lose the next race. I could lose the next race, but
But
So anyway, the question was, if you can't turn 0 HP off, but you wanted to affect the HP of the enemies, what would you go for? Straight vanilla or plus or minus 2?
well,
You had
at
that
this
choice. Hypothetically speaking.
well, if that's the case, if I can't affect that, I'd probably turn off permanent sword beams.
which is another thing that can neutralize a combat advantage if you're very good, like you are. And yeah, I'm seeing. I'm seeing the boss HP and most enemy HP drop downs are both not flags you can change according to the rule document I'm looking at. So.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't looked at that, so that's my bad. Dr. J's about to find the bow, by the way.
Yeah, he's an 8, so he's.
Yeah, he's in the room right now.
He got the red ring while we were looking at the flags.
So it feels bad too because, like I said, Dr. J was making progression through every dungeon after getting that ladder out of 2 instead of going directly back to 7 to get that Triforce. And then eventually he got back after he finished 6. He went to 7, got the Triforce out of it, and then went immediately to level 9. Most likely because there's 2 items versus the 1. But level 8 was just that one screen south of level 6.
Yeah, like that's the. It's the last place. It sounds like both of us went. Like it sounds like the bow was both of our last items.
Yeah, he just
Right.
got it, and you got it. Yeah, it's.
I'd have to go back and watch the VOD, but I think when he was getting his Triforce out of 7, you might still have been in 4.
The first time or the second time? Because I found 4 and then I left.
No, the second time.
Okay.
I mean, like right at the end. You were still trying to go through dungeons, so I think you were either in 4 or 5.
Gotcha.
Well, Dr. J in the Ganon fight now.
Too much
Not
longer.
getting the instants to unlock the way Antlerz did, but he's got him now. Oh, looks like he's holding it.
Very nice.
Took him down. Nicely done.
Very nice wood sword kill on one heart.
And
You should have a path to the girl.
yeah, assuming he tracked correctly, he should have a easy walk.
Yep.
And he's back at the door. It opens this time. Lionel is giving him some business on the way in, but he's there. Get your GGs in chat for Dr. JPHD finishing in second place in the official SRL time of 1:28:39.
GG.
now joining us in the booth, DrJayPHD. GG, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, GG, Dr. J.
So I think the first question we wanted to ask is I'm guessing you concluded at some point you were going to need the bow long before you got to 9. Is that correct?
I pretty much assumed that. I just counted on it being in 9 because that was the odds.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, because for a while we wondered why you were once you had the ladder, you were in a position to go get the Triforce and then go to 9, but you kept digging. So
yeah, I didn't want to have to. Yeah, didn't want to run around 9 all over the place and then discover I needed it.
Okay.
It was definitely your position in 9 was much stronger than Antler's with the acquisition of that boomstick.
Boomstick is best stick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Antler's was in 9 much earlier than you, but much far more underpowered. So he had a rough time for a while, and he didn't have keys to get to that red ring. So so he got his exploration done early, but it not without costs.
I took like 13 of my 14 deaths in 9.
Yikes! I only had 6 for the entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't see any of those after.
And that doesn't count the up A's that I took after I took a hit in that first Blue Wizard room.
Yep.
Yeah, Dr. J walked into the Blue Wizard room and just blew it away every time. So.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's nice. Blue Wizards, boom, boom, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boomstick is fun for sure. At what point did you think as soon as you saw the book in the shop you were going to make up that a priority?
Basically, yeah. Especially
Yeah,
once
you were
I
very close.
Yeah, once I picked up Candle pretty quickly too. It was just like, well, that's all I need to save my money for.
Yep. So, have you thought about what a loser remorse flag would be for yourself? Game 2?
I have not yet. I'll have to consider that.
Yep. But you guys both played an excellent match.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun to watch, and I imagine there were parts of this, particularly for Antlers, where it was kind of a bit of a struggle and maybe less than fun, but it was fun for viewers.
Oh, absolutely. It was a blast to commentate, that's for sure.
So, thanks to Fury SK both for being on the admin team, but also for doing tracking in the background for us on this race. Thanks to my co-commentator SOS19. Thanks to our runners DrJayPHD and Antlerz44, and thanks to SpeedGaming for the restream. I think any final words from anyone?
Just for me, just thank you guys for doing the commentary and the tracking and the restream, and yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck to you in the next game, Dr. J.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Speaking of next games, we have some stuff scheduled for tomorrow already. I know we're starting off at noon Eastern time with
Oh, nice.
Almighty Babino and King Doll. So if you're I think Random Effect and also have an afternoon doubleheader. So if you
They have a doubleheader starting at 1.
Yeah. So if you are home during the day, as people tend to be these days,
If you're non-essential,
there will be some Zelda 1 randomizer during the day to watch. So I think those are I don't have the channels in front of me. I think we have that information somewhere. Not too.
Yeah, Randomania 2 is the noon game,
Yes.
and Randomania 3 is going to carry the 1 o'clock game, and they're both double headers. So
Yeah, well, it's King Doll and King Doll Babino is game 2 and potentially game 3, so possible doubleheader. Random Effect also is game 1 and 2, so definite doubleheader. And then there are more. Then there are more games in the evening. We got Balletta and Zarnax in the early evening, and then Elendar Sharky and Sci-Town Redbird grad later on, and Saber Jacob are coming up too. So big night, big afternoon and evening of races tomorrow. So
Some good ones.
yeah,
should be very good. I wish the best of luck to both of you as you continue on in this tournament.
Appreciate it.
And I think that'll do it to us. Thanks again to SpeedGaming, and we will say good night. Good night.
Good night.
Have a good one, guys.